So Johnny has an idea for a topic.
Yeah, okay, so everybody is going on this big old huge rant about gender roles, which I'm not saying that they're right, but at the same time I'm not necessarily saying they're wrong. Because, hear me out, okay? What I'm trying to say is that men, women, black, white, everybody is equal.
Yes.
On the similar basis that we have the potential as humans to do what one gender, sex, race, whatever is capable of the other.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
Minus the actual physical idea behind childbirth, which apparently, with weird-ass science coming out within the next few years, apparently even that could change too. So, who knows anymore? Literally, the sky is the limit at this point.
But basically, you know, we believe everyone is equal, and everyone should be treated equally, regardless of who or what you are. And, you know, the whole, I don't even know if this is true or not, because some people say that, like, it's miscalculated or something. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it, but some people say, you know, there's a wage gap between men and women. And if it is true, which I'm not saying it's not true, I just don't know, you know.
Right.
But if it is true, then that's complete BS. That shouldn't be a thing, you know.
Exactly. But at the same time, studies have shown that also women in college typically tend to do better with opposite gender professors because of that same sort of stimulation there. That, you know, a male teacher looks at a hot student, thinks, oh, hey, that's attractive, I'm going to give her better grades, you know, in the hopes that maybe I'll get something out of it.
Oh, that's dumb.
You know, that it's just weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't always understand why and how these people got those positions and continue to hold them if that is the case. Like, all over the news and media and stuff, you hear, just this other day, I was reading on Facebook, right? There was this post about this a hacker from Anonymous caught video recordings of these two dudes raping a female.
Oh.
And exposed them for it.
Good.
The two men were athletes at some university. I don't remember.
Athletes. It's going to be that whole swimmer guy story all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. One of them got 2 years in juvenile detention. The other, 10 months imprisonment. 10 months. The dude who hacked in him is facing 16 years. Yeah, tell me what kind of sense that makes.
Ooh, and like, everyone by now knows about the swimmer guy. What's his name?
I don't
know,
remember.
but basically, he was caught raping his girlfriend.
Well,
Caught.
I don't think it was actually his girlfriend even. I think it was just a fellow university attendant.
Well, that's even worse then. I mean, I guess it's technically equal.
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean.
Anyway.
But he got nothing because, the time in prison might affect his swimming ability, so we can't have that, right?
Right, like, he raped a woman.
Right.
Why on earth should he get any sort of special treatment for that?
Like, there are countless other cases similar to this that aren't even talked about, where people just get let off.
Right, I mean, for crying out loud, there's all kinds of different shootings, rape cases, murder charges, and all this kind of crazy, fucked up crap that nobody ever hears about because the whistleblower, the people catching these people, get into more trouble than the people who are perpetrating.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that in the slightest. If that doesn't tell you how corrupt our society has become these days, then I don't know what does at this point.
And there's so much, there's just the money. Money is like the huge corruptor, you know, like.
Well, I wouldn't so go far as to say money, it's the influence that it has. The
Right.
amount of power that the money holds, that
and people,
it gives to people.
And people who bribe things, like, for example, I know we're not supposed to talk about politics, but I'm not saying whose side I'm on. Technically, I'm not on either of their sides.
I'm not in...
Yeah, we're not even going to discuss that, but, however, you have to admit, with all the emails and stuff that Hillary, you know, did, and, like, obviously, like, huge federal offenses that she should be in prison for.
Or at least, you know, out of the race because, you know, they're unethical and unlawful.
But she's not because money.
Who knows why? Money?
I'm pretty sure it's money. I mean...
Well, I don't know. Did she even go to trial?
I couldn't tell you. And it's just like... I think there should be some kind of... You know how, like, in any competition ever, there's things that, you know, people get disqualified for? Like beauty pageants or whatever. Oh, you did a certain thing, you're disqualified, you know?
I don't know too much about beauty pageants, but
well,
sure.
you know what I mean, because competitions.
So like Olympics or biking and steroids.
Yeah, you just...
Well, yeah.
Well, even then, some people don't get, like, there are, like, bribes and stuff, again, with money. But like,
Yeah,
but there are things that people get disqualified for, right?
Yeah.
There seems to be nothing for the presidential candidate, like the biggest competition in the country,
Or
and
at
there's
least it
like
should be.
yeah, and like there's nothing that disqualifies anyone at all. There's
Yeah,
like no judge. There's why aren't people disqualified? Is that not just a thing that?
Well, supposedly it's supposed to be the people who are casting the votes that disqualify or qualify certain politicians. And then, their votes go to the representatives of the state, and those representatives, cast their vote for the nominee to be selected.
Shouldn't there be like some kind of higher power though, like a quote unquote judge who goes like, yeah, you did that illegal thing, you're disqualified. You know what I mean?
Well, who are you going to be the person to judge the candidates for the next president of the United States?
I don't know, the current president, I guess.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's an awesome idea. Like Obama, selects like, I don't like you because you did this thing and that was illegal and you shouldn't have done that.
Or what about the person?
But at the same time, what if he goes up for like a parking ticket? I mean,
or what about the person who's in charge of the judicial court?
that would be
I don't know.
Grand Chancellor or something like that. I
don't know who it is, but like the grand jury, why don't they be the judges? You know what I mean?
Well, the grand jury is made up of
because they are like literally judges, right?
well, yeah, it's a council of like 13 judges or something.
Exactly. So they can be the
they're
judges.
the ones who charge all the like most wanted sort of criminals, federal charges from within the actual White House itself and stuff. And
So why don't they be the judges who decide if someone did something illegal, then they're disqualified from presidency?
And again, we're not trying to take anybody's side or anything. And
No,
if we're incorrect on some of our information,
Yeah.
Google search it or something and correct us.
Oh jeez.
Just
This is gonna be. We promised not to talk about politics, and here we are talking about politics.
well, just a little piece of it,
Well,
not like the grand spectrum of things.
We're not even talking
Yeah.
about like politics. We're talking about how corruption can be bad.
Yeah.
How corruption is bad, not can be.
Well,
It just
that's how I meant. Like,
Yeah,
how
I get it. Yes,
society-
you're
society's
fine.
become corrupted, which is bad.
Yeah.
But like, I watched a thing from what was it? The UR2. What's the channel name?
CGP Grey?
CGP Grey?
Yes.
Okay. CGP Grey, it was something like the law that they never tell you about, and it's like the nullification.
Jury nullification.
Jury nullification, yeah.
What is?
Do you want to talk about it?
Essentially, jury nullification is when,
No. If you're gonna be a part of this discussion, have a proper seat. Right? Be an active part of the conversation.
Okay, so
Right.
essentially what jury nullification is when you, when the jury feels like a law shouldn't apply to a particular case, so they nullify it for that specific example. It can be used for good purposes, but it can also be used for evil.
That's
it's
legal?
It's legal, yes.
A jury could just flat out be like, oh, well, we don't think this law should apply because it's not relevant.
I mean,
And then they just nullify it.
it's kind of it's
Not
well,
relevant,
it's like,
outdated.
It's like if everyone knows, like, there's verifiable proof that this person is guilty, but everyone on the jury thinks that that they should be not guilty, even though they know they did it anyway. Like, if everyone thinks that they should get a pass, then they will. It's a legal thing, and it has to be legal because of other clauses in the other thing to make other things
Well, see, like,
fair.
I can understand why this would apply to, like, if someone tries to bring in, a lawyer comes in trying to bring in this law from this thing that happened 13 years ago, it's not relevant to the present case at hand of what happened for this certain perpetuation of a crime.
Honestly,
I can understand nullifying the evidence in that particular law.
It's kind of hard to describe it. I would recommend just watching the video. Everyone out there, just go watch the video. CPG Gray did on it.
If you want, I can find it and help link it or whatever.
We can link it to a
but
video
anyway-
later or something.
Anyway, it's kind of bullcrap, but also kind of necessary at the same time. So, like, you kind of have to deal with the
for
crap
example,
with
is it Tyler Brock? I don't want to say the wrong name. Was that the name of the swimmer dude? Tyler Brock?
Yeah, I think what happened with him was jury nullification.
And see, and that's complete and utter bullcrap.
Yeah.
why would a rapist be able to get off scot-free like that?
Exactly. We should actually probably be playing while we're talking.
And so
Oh, right. I forgot there was a game for a second.
that's why I wanted to say there are two sides to every coin. It can be used to set somebody who's in it free, but it can also be used to set like somebody who obviously deserves to go to jail off as well.
Yeah. All right, so
That's why people don't. That's why lawyers don't tell you about jury notification.
Just usual 3-eye pick.
Going into a jury.
Yeah, actually, you know, people, like it said in the video, like some people, like you kind of have to keep your. A lot of people don't know it, and a lot of people don't want you to know it. And if you do know it, then, you know, you're kind of like if you admit to knowing it, then you like have like
a higher chance of being kicked off the jury or whatever.
Yeah, and like honestly, it's best to keep your mouth shut about it. And
see, I think it goes so far as that our own juries are corrupt in this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna play for a sec?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right.
Go ahead. Continue talking.
Well, it just like the idea that our laws are so corrupt and bribery and money is so rampant in the idea of corruption that even our own juries, selected of our own peers of people of different, you know, genders, races, biases, and character backgrounds, for serving jury duty, are still, you know, at the same time kicked off of being part of a jury because I know this one thing about one, you know, a certain piece of the case or another, even though they're all supposed to know everything about the case because they're there to make the judgment call. It's just, it's so bizarre to think about sometimes.
It is, yes. And there's so many things that just revolve around money, you know?
That shouldn't.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like communist or whatever, but I'm also not exactly like, well, to an extent, I'm not pro capitalism. To an extent. I mean, I get that.
Well, that's a subject for another time.
Well, I
another
mean,
episode.
I think I know what you're gonna say, but like, I'm okay, you can take over because I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
But anyway, before you do, like, I don't, you know, distribution of all wealth, like communism does, I don't necessarily agree with either.
Closer to kind of like socialism, which
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
saying all
But
wealth,
like,
but I think there should be a lot more in the way of shared properties and, you know,
if you
community
manage,
pot sort of thing.
if you manage to be successful, then you know you can still be successful. But like, it's not gonna hurt you. Like, say if you're a billionaire or whatever,
Trump.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt taking away $100 from that person, right? But if you're poor and you take away $100, then it's really gonna hurt them, right? You know?
Right, because of the, you know, different social balance and the way things are structured.
So just like taking small amounts from the people who are rich and are barely even going to affect them, you know, to make sure that other people have a slightly better standard of living, they'll still be on the top, but other people are gonna be just slightly better off. You know what I mean?
Right. So, but that's kind of what this whole idea behind trickle economics is. Wait, hear me out. Okay, so once upon a time, Ronald Reagan was in office, right?
Okay, I know. I know.
The whole idea behind it was that if you gave more tax breaks and cuts and stuff to the wealthy, rather than keeping all that money for themselves and, you know, using it for their own influences and purposes, they would take that money and invest in small businesses to further expand and grow their own economy.
But the problem
and
with
thus
that,
boom the economy of the town and whatnot along with it.
The problem of that, though, is
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work because the rich usually tend to be greedy. They want to hoard all the money to themselves. So put it on, like, you know about the whole scandal where they took it to the island. Where was it? It was an island that was out of America, and they put it in banks there so that way they weren't taxed. So like none of their money got taxed.
Offshore accounts.
Yeah, offshore accounts. None of their money got taxed, and like kind of like put a big dent in America or whatever. And like because they want to hoard their money, even though they have more than they'll ever need, you know. And so the trickle down thing doesn't work because they keep hoarding it, you know.
Like dragons.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, that was my spiel.
Well, and again, there's probably a lot more to the other side of this coin that we're not aware of.
I don't know, man. That's just my 2 cents on it.
But right, this is just the ramblings of people who are middle class and tired of seeing the way things go the way they are.
Yeah.
Not that, unfortunately, right now there's a whole lot we can really do, but we're doing our little bit by just trying to make people aware of our thoughts on the situation.
It's a good thing we're not as popular as some other YouTubers, because if we were, I'm pretty sure the comments would be flooded with political debate. And it might be. I know that there are some people, like once a channel gets big, some people like to go back and watch older videos from that channel. You know, there are some people who do that.
And assuming we get to that point,
I guess assuming
we're
we get
rooting
to
for that.
Yeah.
Woo!
But assuming we get to that point, if people like if we get big.
No, when?
Okay, fine.
Gotta believe, guys.
Fine. When we get big and people do go back to the older videos and find this, then maybe the comment section will all still be flooded with political comments. But as of right now, it's gonna stay mostly empty.
You know, it would be absolutely hilarious
What?
if this episode became one of your most popular and actually influenced your.
It's what
growth.
skyrockets you into famousy.
How would people
Infinite.
even find it though?
Because people will be like, hey, this guy's got some really good ideas on certain subjects, and they send it to their friends, and they send it to their friends, and then...
You know what else? Actually, speaking of politics, I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyway.
Oh boy.
Gun control.
You press the button.
I pressed the button. Hear me
Okay,
out.
okay.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
Hear me out
Please,
first.
please, hear me out first.
Alright.
I don't think taking away all the guns is necessary. I don't want to restrict everyone's guns, right? But I feel that, like, you know how I don't even know if this is already in place or not, because I don't know anything about guns. So honestly, this is just someone who doesn't know anything about guns talking, so take that as you will. But if there are like regulations like there are a car, you know, where you have to get a license.
That's actually what I was about to say.
Yeah, a license, get it renewed, you know, every few years, make sure mental health is stable and everything. And also, why would we need anything more than pistols? Let's be honest. Do we really need machine guns? I don't think we do. Do we need shotguns? I think we're good with just a basic pistol.
Well, but you also have to remember and understand that shotguns and hunting rifles are used for that. Hunting, I can understand. Hunting can stay. And there's a whole separate like hunting license and fee you gotta pay every year.
Right.
You know, for certain species you gotta go and pay extra fees on top of that.
But those guns should only be permitted to those who have the hunting licenses, right? And,
I would agree with that.
And but everyone else who just has a standard license or whatever, all you really need is a pistol. You know.
Another something I agree with is why don't we do what Switzerland has done and take it so that ammo has to be stored either at the shooting range. You know, if you want to have your assault rifles and go up there and shoot them off because you like the sound it makes and all that.
Yeah.
You know, fine, I can understand that. I'm kind of a gun nut. I can understand liking the sound certain guns make and the beauty of behind a rifle and whatnot.
I'm not big into guns, but I realize some people are. So that's why, you know, I'm kind of doing this compromise thing, you know?
Right. See, that's what I don't understand about some of these gun nuts, though, and people who are really, really, really into the, you know, Second Amendment ideology, is that the Second Amendment was created for the purposes of furnishing Minutemen as a militia to defend the newfound colonies.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't meant that, you know, it meant that every citizen has the right to bear arms and self-preservation defenses. You know, so this way, should the British Army come attacking, you have the right to keep and, you know, house a rifle and ammunition in your own home to defend yourself against the attacking British Empire.
But that's no longer a thing. But there is random crime still, which I understand people are concerned about. But you don't need a shotgun to. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it would be big and bulky anyway. Who carries a shotgun around?
Well, nobody really carries a shotgun around unless it's sawed off, in which case there's a whole other legal debate about that.
But like even if they keep the shotgun at home, right? Like if it's not for hunting purposes, if hunting purposes fine.
It's
but
for home security, which I've seen some people do this. What they do is, you know, they'll have the shotgun behind the door this way in case a person pulls out a pistol and tries to break into the house. Like,
right.
Reach the shotgun, blast them right there.
But
I can understand that.
I also think, you know, that's a bit extreme. I mean, I understand that you're trying to defend yourself, but you don't necessarily need to kill the other person either. You know, you can just you can just disarm them or like shoot their leg or something, right?
That's actually another.
Well, hang on. As great as that sounds, at the same time though, I can kind of, you know, side with the gun nuts in this one a little bit, just because I understand the premise of, you know, and if someone whips out a gun, at that point it is kill or be killed. That is the instinctual reaction of, oh shit, he's got a gun. Either I pull out mine and I kill this dude, or yeah, I'm dead. That is the only real reasonable reaction I can understand coming out of that situation.
But sometimes the people who have I mean,
Now, if you have,
okay, sorry. Not necessarily people, like, I've seen cases, matter of fact, this actually happened to me one time, back when I still had my dog, Benji. I would take her on walks.
right?
Sometimes I would forget to bring doggy bags, and if I did forget to bring doggy bags, there wasn't really anything I could do about the poop.
Right.
You know, I was just like, ooh, I regret that it's there. I wish I could pick it up. I really, I feel bad, but there's nothing I can do. You know.
Okay.
And this one guy, one time it was the time I forgot a bag, and Benji went onto this lawn. It was actually a lawn that was fenced off too, so like Benji was outside of the fenced off part, so I guess it's still technically their lawn, but it wasn't in the fenced off part, you know? But anyway, she started pooping and stuff, and this guy came out with like a shotgun, and he was like, "You better clean up that dog poop," or blah, blah, like just raging at me, right? And he had a shotgun, and like, but is that necessary?
No, see that is completely illogical. I don't understand why that man would do that. Like, that is way too big of a rant to be raging about over a dog taking a shit on your lawn.
And like that's another issue. I know that's not all people, but like some people like that, you know, they're not using it for self-defense in that instance.
If
You know,
anything,
they just
that's-
have it to.
They're using it to threaten another person in that case, in which case that's illegal.
Exactly.
Like, and see, that's what I do disagree with. That is what I would agree with. You know, that's why we need more gun control. But at the same time, you know,
For the rare instances that if you are threatened.
right? I agree with the idea of regulating it like cars. You know, you at a certain, you have to be a certain age limit to be able to actually operate and use a gun. Then you have to go and take a written test, a visual sight test, and you know, you have to pay a fee on top of that to actually get the license to own said gun.
And then
There's the
another
purchasing
process
fees and other processes.
for hunting, which is another separate thing.
That's a separate category.
But
I'm just talking standard gun control.
right.
Okay, so after you get the license, then you have to actually go and, you know, look around, search for the gun that you want, like, etc., and is affordable for you.
And really, you really shouldn't need anything more than a pistol and maybe a shotgun for home security. Maybe, you know? But really, a pistol should suffice.
Anyway, and then on top of that, you know, I like the idea of, you know, keeping ammo for people who do want to buy assault rifles and whatnot, pay an extra like licensing fee or something on top of that, you know, so they can have access to that, and then they have to store the ammo either at the shooting range or some other an area outside of the home. That I think is a pretty good idea.
Although that doesn't really help with home security, because if you don't have ammo for your shotgun if needed, then...
Well, I'm talking mostly automatic rifles and stuff. That's so little overkill
Okay.
for home defense.
Okay, actually, yeah. If people still want to use their machine guns, then yeah, keep the ammo there. I still don't really think machine guns are necessary, but if they're just, you know, like the feeling of shooting guns for whatever reason.
Well,
you know.
like I can side with that because I know I went to a shooting gallery once and I got to sit there and fire a friggin' minigun.
However,
As unethical and as bizarre as it is to be firing a minigun on civilian property and everything, just a target, it is still really cool.
However,
So
miniguns and other automatic weapons should not be carried outside of shooting ranges, pretty much, I think. You know, like, you don't need that at your home. You don't need that...
in fact, if you ask me, I think you should be able to just like have a locker there at the shooting range to store your weapons in.
Yeah, just keep them at the shooting range along with your ammo.
I mean, if you're really, you know,
Have high security, you know. Make sure no one leaves with it, you know.
right, if you want to leave or take your own gun home, you should be able to go to the counter and then you have to verify that, you know, it's you.
And you have to leave your ammo.
Kind of like valet service, you have to go in and verify that it is you
Yeah.
and your licensing and your gun, but you have to leave the ammo there.
Right,
This way you can take home, you can mount the gun on your wall or something if you want, put it over your fireplace.
but have no ammo for it.
Right.
And they would have to be searched to make sure they're not smuggling ammo out either. Because, you know,
There's gonna be that guy.
yeah, there's gonna be that guy.
I agree with that. And see, that's not saying that, you know, it should be completely, you know, ban all guns, it's illegal to use them.
Yeah, but
Because we
moderation,
understand-
you know, everything is good in moderation.
Right. Also, I don't like the idea of, you know, I come home and I'm trying to go to sleep and it's 3 in the morning and my drunken neighbor is outside firing off his machine guns when I'm out in the boonies or something, you know? I know that's really, really crazy, but I'm just saying, if I drive, you know, an hour south of where I live to stay with my grandparents or something, I shouldn't have to be afraid that, you know, he's gonna some drunken dude's gonna tip his gun over and shoot through my window, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is what I'd be afraid of more than anything else. I'm not afraid of anyone necessarily coming and kicking in my door and shooting me. I'd just be afraid of, you know, accidents like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a good compromise.
I believe so.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people who I believe would agree if the message got out to them.
Oh boy, if the comments weren't already political, they're definitely now.
Well, see, what I'm imagining is that this video is just going to be completely dead. Like, nobody's going to comment except, you know, a couple of our friends.
Until I get actually popular.
And then we get, we start grabbing, popularity overnight.
And people go back to watch our old videos. They hear us talking about this.
And it's not until like 5 years later that somebody comes across this video and it's like, but wait, and you know, just the idea of like somebody ingeniously coming back and commenting on it. Even though, like, history's already taken its course for the path it's on. And,
I'm about to say, that's the other thing I would think about, is that,
like, what if
perhaps a bill is already passed, or perhaps fate has already been set, and somebody comes back to reflect.
Well, right now, as far as I know, there's just a lot of talk about it. Nothing's actually really been done in, you know, for or against the idea. There's a lot of talk and debate going on, but nothing's really been set in stone one way or the other so far.
What if our idea actually comes to pass? And people are in the comments like, what are they talking about? This is already how it is.
See, I imagine that being like 3 years from now, there will be that one dude, like, if our idea comes to pass and everything, and then, you know, this is how it actually turns out, by some weird chance.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be that one dude who comes back to this video and is like, guys, are you like, using the future or something?
Anyway.
I can see the future.
We've left the video on the screen for how long?
Wow, okay. Anyway, sorry that's so boring for y'all to look at. Anyway, so new breed of alien is coming. This is what I was talking about earlier in the first episode.
I mean, actually, they might not mind because I like watching the Game Grumps sometimes, but usually I just tap out and just hear their conversations anyway, you know?
Right.
So that might be what people do.
I hope, honestly, to do God, that's kind of what you're doing with this series. We're playing this for background stuff to begin with anyway, so I mean...
Yeah.
You know,
oh, jeez.
I honestly hope we're not boring you guys to death. Just... Oh yeah, I forgot it's this guy. You gotta feed him to death. Yeah.
He's eating all of your fish.
Yeah.
That was very close.
Oh god.
If you all of your fish die, is it game over?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so... You know, that's always fun.
Yeah.
At least we got Prego to keep us going and Zorf to help feed him and whatnot, so it's... Right. As long as we have at least one fish left alive, we'll be fine.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was our little political rant for the episode.
We actually covered a lot of subjects there.
We really kind of did, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh man.
We're
gonna make no progress on this game though, because we're just gonna pause every single time we talk about stuff.
Well, not every time, but if I feel like I have a lot to contribute on the subject, I'll probably pause it and let Dylan take over or something, just so.
That's a really bad way to do it though. You never see the Game Grumps pause to talk about a subject.
Well,
but do they also...
we're a different channel, so
yeah, okay.
We're not.
They also seem like really laid back when they talk about something as well. They don't necessarily go...
They don't get, excited or passionate about their subjects really either. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, and by the way, this is a thing, and this is what we think about it.
That's true.
Well, we say that, and then we have the famous, what is this?
Oh yeah. Oh man. You know how like Aaron raged at John for like that one Nintendo, what was it? It was like the Nickelodeon.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon things. Or the Sonic 06 with the with.
Great.
Well, that
wasn't really a rant, but it was still funny.
Knuckles got stuck on the wall.
What is my life? Oh my god, that's my favorite thing ever.
Oh, Aaron's catharsis and all that.
Oh my gosh, I want to make it. I know there's already like more animations of that one scene than any other Game Grumps animations ever. But I kind of want.
This?
I have my own ideas for my own animation on it, where they're in this temple, right? and like they're trying to get this treasure chest, but they like step on a tile that caves in, right? And all these traps start activating, and then
Aaron just freaking out.
And then Aaron goes like, "What is this?" And then like the whole rant happens, and then
John's been
there's something about a light. I remember like there's like a light that they were talking about, and I planned on having that like be a torch in the temple that they're in or whatever. And then
Agno Craig, wait for you is he's.
And also, by the way, because obviously I'm a furry and I have to infect everything with my fandom, but I want John to be a parrot like Jacques is.
Yes.
And Aaron is a raptor because Egoraptor.
Yes.
And so when John goes, "I believe I can fly," he's actually flying, carrying Aaron with him, because in my vision he's a bird, so. And he actually carries them out of the temple, and I know it needs some work, but like it's just an idea of an animation I have. Please, no one steal it.
Or actually, someone take that and then let us, discuss the development of said thing with you.
Oh yes. Let us. Well, I don't have any money to pay you though. So I mean, do add your own discretion.
But please let us at least have a little bit of influence on it.
I mean, you don't really have to do anything, since, don't, like, I heard the saying before, it's like, if you're good at something, don't do it for free, which is actually a good, rule to follow.
But at the same time, you have stuff like fan art and other things like that, and...
Yeah. Honestly, guys, if you want to make animations of our channel, please do.
But is fan art really...
I can't pay you for it, but
we will always appreciate free fan art because that's awesome.
Can you really consider
And
fan art free as well? I mean, it's free in terms of money, but for like attention and popularity.
I mean, I don't know. There's like, I understand where you're coming from, Dylan, but like, there are a lot of people who like say, "Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pay you, but you'll be paid in
exposure."
Exposure, that's it.
Well,
and
yeah,
that's like a huge argument, like, because like sometimes it's just like,
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that they're going to get super popular or whatever. That's not.
Like artists. I understand the plea of artists. Artists have it a bit harder than any other career, basically.
Any other sort of media basis.
Yeah. They don't get paid the same way. They get paid by commissions, and some people don't even pay them because, oh, you're paid in exposure. Ha ha ha. Right?
Yeah, because that's always great.
Yeah, and
I never meant it like that. I thought.
Why is it always the guppies?
I saw this one thing. It was like if other professions got paid like artists do, and like, well, I'm not getting paid for this surgery per se, but I am getting exposure and I'm learning how to do my craft better. And that's basically how artists, like, sometimes they get treated. Like, well, you're getting paid exposure and experience, right? So like, imagine if like surgeons were like that. I'm not getting paid for the surgery, but I'm getting experience and exposure.
I don't know. That'd be pretty cool if I could pay a surgeon to, do a thing for me, and I just had to worry about, making sure I tell people about him.
Yeah, but that's not how the world works, and that's not how it should work for artists.
I know. That's really probably mean of me to think like that, but
people support artists, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's a thought to entertain, but it's not really practical.
I mean, it's still their life. What's the word?
Career choice.
Yeah, it's like it's what they want to do for a living. It's just really it's kind of complicated.
Well, that's putting it mildly.
Yeah. So we talk about politics, we talk about art, we talk about after we get the new pet, we should end the episode, because I know we only did one quote-unquote level, but we also paused to talk about stuff for a long time. So.
Right. From now on, if Dylan's not going to really comment or something, if whoever's not commenting a whole lot on the subject, should be playing, just to keep things moving in the background.
That's actually a good idea, yeah.
If you guys want
Are you getting tired?
if you guys want to continue watching,
I mean, we'd like to have you around while you're here, but if you're getting tired, then maybe, yeah, you should go to bed.
Yeah.
And plus you're not gonna be in this series forever anyway, like we said at the beginning.
I'll probably watch you commenting like after you guys upload it, whatever. I have thoughts, but I'm not really gonna be.
And encourage other bros to do the same. We support all bros and all opinions.
And all non-bros. If you're a
Or broed, or
if you're a cis.
Sisses too, yes. Bros, sisses. We like everybody around here.
Yes. Well, we
Oh, you ate one of my.
We did our spiels, and now we've got nothing.
Yeah, that was kind of it for us. For now, anyway. I'm sure we'll come up with other ideas in the coming episodes. But as of right now, we're kind of so we'll finish up the solo for you guys, and then we'll call it good.
We should call it a quit for. I mean, for tonight. We'll pick it up tomorrow, but for tonight, I think we should get a night's rest and then record more tomorrow. Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Yeah, I would get the egg.
Yeah. Because I'm just trying to finish this out at this point.
Yeah.
I can grab another.
Oh, man. Aliens sure are annoying.
Yeah, and like I said, with all these fish, it gets crazy really fast.
Yeah.
Don't. Okay. Bacon to eat there. Thank you.
Nice.
What's that?
Those dark items are still available.
Oh, always. Oh, oh, that was gross. Anyway, I find it's usually better to have one more star dropper than catcher, just in case. I unfortunately ended up with 2 extra, but that's alright.
Yeah, that's alright. I don't usually have double.
No. Yeah, I mean they are worth X amount. I don't remember how much.
Ah, the guppy.
Of course. Oh well. One bad thing about clicking on the top of the tank, with more than you really need to.
Yeah. Oh, one of your star droppers is. Oh, there you go. Oh. You're not dropping food because you already.
No! Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That is really unfortunate.
He ate 2 of my dudes.
Yeah, all in one go. That's okay, the level's almost over anyway. Look how close you are.
Yeah, I know, it's...
Alright, go ahead. Finish it off.
Wow, that's... wow. Okay.
Alright, click to continue, and in the next episode, I guess we'll talk about more stuff. We don't know what that stuff is yet, though, so we'll figure it out.
Yep. We'll see you in the next episode.
If you like my videos, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.